Okay, I think I've stopped the glare now. Now that we have stopped, rocked, and rolled with it, what does this look like going forward for us? Three major things were taught here today. As you were listening to me, you start to realize that you can create much more when it comes to trust and communication and connection with your family. This is but the beginning. There are so many other ways to bond with your kids. And, the thing is, time is limited. And the reason why I can say this is, and this is not a fear tactic, this is what I actually experienced, which is why I'm so passionate about what I do, because I realize the value and importance of every day, is because I lost a child. And when I think of all the times that I was going through things with him, and I thought, oh, well, this time we'll fix this. This time we will, what I didn't feel like doing today, I thought, no, well, next time when he has this kind of need, or we have this kind of conversation, I can always say this, that, and the next thing to him. And these are things that we take for granted because we don't know. And we choose not to live in fear, and we choose to be positive about the future, and to actually consider that there will be time to sort certain things out. And of course, when that doesn't happen, then there's a lot of regret. There's a lot of sadness and anger because you feel like you've been robbed of something. When in fact, today is the day. Now is a moment that you have been given. Now is the moment that you have the opportunity to really delve deeper and to really make something tremendous of this moment. And I just want to encourage you to do that, because God is so good. He does give us ample opportunity to engage on deeper levels. And sometimes we're either too rushed, or we're either too overwhelmed, or we're either too unsure of ourselves to fully engage in that moment. But don't be with what I showed you today. Well, from what we've discussed, there are three ways that you can really think of this. The fact that it's designed to be lasting fruit. What you build in today, you will see fruit going forward till the end of your days. The second thing is, so it's multi-generational, because you didn't just try and impart something today that could have value for your child, but it's the next generation and the next generation. As these things are passed on, as the importance of this is passed on, as you use it to create memories and new traditions in your family that can be used going forward, it is passed on to so many more. And then the thing is, the skills that you model and teach are amplified by the fruit of the Spirit, because if through the way that you choose to deal with something, you are actively demonstrating joy or patience or self-control, these are things that bear fruit not just for you. And this is the thing about the fruit of the Spirit. It actually bears fruit for everyone going forward. So as we learn to apply these methods, we will really see exponential fruit come from this. And also, if you are able to establish this right from the beginning, from the time that they are young, this is something that's ingrained in them. This is something that's built into them in a way that they will be able to build on it for themselves, which is why it is so incredibly important. So looking at what this could possibly mean for you. This is a picture that I found that I thought is just so amazing, because when you look at little kids, they always see themselves greater than what they actually are. There's something built into them that has this little cub roaring like this incredible lion. If you think of the Lion King, and you think of when Simba found himself in this very life-threatening situation, and all he could think to do was just roar, and this incredible roar comes out that that actually sends all the hyenas running, and it's because they actually heard the king's roar and not Simba's roar. And this is sometimes how we need to think of ourselves as well. We are so inclined to look at our own limitations, all the mistakes that we've made before, all the faults that we have, everywhere where we are falling short of what we imagine ideal situations to be. But this is where God actually says, well, just do what's right and trust me. And so the more you apply these strategies and the more of them you can apply every single day, you will see more and more fruit going forward. And that is really important. So I want to encourage you to talk to me about anything that you have seen today that you can imagine that this could work really well, but you are struggling to find a way to implement this in your home. Or you find that every time you try and do this thing, then something else comes up. And this is why everything that I do is personalized, because I want to help you find real examples, real strategies in your environment, in what you are dealing with for you. And every client that I have worked with, everything that I do for them looks different, because what one had to do in a situation where she adopted a child that did not come from the same background as her at all, and came from circumstances that were really rough, she struggled to find how can she apply this, because with her own children it didn't look the same. But then in this new scenario, everything needed to be changed a little, and applied differently for her to get the desired result. These are the kinds of things that we are looking at. And this is why I really value honest feedback. I really value you coming to me and say, okay, so this and that has really worked, but this thing doesn't seem to be working for me. What can I do? Because you'll often find that it's just because of the child that you're dealing with. There are other things that you need to employ to really engage this child in whatever methods it is you want to bring forward. So that's very important. Sorry, I've got a tickle in my throat. But the most important thing is for us to understand that we are able to establish firm foundations here that will help you establish trust and communication and connection in new ways in your house. And every day is an opportunity to do that. Every day is a new day. It presents new experiences that need to be dealt with, that need to be brought in line with who you are, who your child is, and how you can effectively introduce that into your home and turn that into a basic principle that all of you can really thrive on. I need you to really go and work through those worksheets, look at the points that were discussed, and then answer those questions and be honest about it. Because the thing is, the more honest you are, the more you are able to really see, okay, what is the hidden thing here? What is the thing that is preventing me from moving forward? What is the thing that is preventing me from really relaying this information to my child in a way that is easily understood and easily applied. Those are the things that we need to try and get to as much as possible. And then I need you to do this against this backdrop of imagine returning home after a long, hard day and you are welcomed by peace and joy and a good report. It's possible. I promise you it's possible. Imagining open your office door if you are working from home and you are swept off your feet by this giant hug, or your child is running to you, so happy to see you. Not because they're whining because something's wrong, not because there's something that is bothering them, but actually just that joy and peace because of what you have helped them get through, because of what you have taught, and they are applying it every day, and it's working so well for them. Imagine sitting down to a discussion where there's just common consideration for one another, and there's not this constant batting and animosity and attitudes and what is it that you are facing? What can you throw in here? It's just you feel like you're bashing your head against the same wall every day. And then the thing is, after having this big upheaval, you can actually just calm your child down just with a word, a notion, an activity that just works so well for them. It works every time because you finally reach the point that you know and understand, and you can completely engage in those moments. This was a picture that I had to take. It was a very rough, hard day at work, and got home, went through the homework, did all the things, and worked through something really hard that happened to my son that day as well. And then, after all of that, after we were able to talk it through, after we were able to really work through something meaningful, he went to go and brush his teeth and do everything before bed. And by the time I put him to bed, I was exhausted. It was a very long, hard day. And I get to the bathroom, and this was what I found. And he had carved this little heart into the soap bar for me, just this little love note. Another time when he did that, after he showered, there was steam in the bathroom, and he drew this little heart for me on the mirror. And I just thought, God, these are the moments that we live for. These are the moments that we'll never forget, because you got something back that you didn't even know you needed. And that tells you this really dropped into his spirit, this really dropped into his soul, this really dropped into his being, and he's going to remember this. And this is what is so special. This is why I do the things that I do, because the aim is to experience more of these moments. The aim is to see someone grow up before your eyes that really values what's important, that really understands what it's about, and that can build on that as they progress through life. And if you are serious about this, which I really hope you are, because I've shown you the benefits of that. If you are able to take action within a week from working through this, within a week from actually going through this workshop and going through the motions and dealing with the things, I really want to reward you. It's 2024. I really want you to be able to enjoy exponential reward of this. So I'm taking on the 4-week plan, the personalized plan, I'm taking 24% off that price. So really consider this. This is a great opportunity for you to change your life going forward, to extinguish all those fires, to manage to not let those sparks get out of hand and cause damage and hurt and harm. Please take me up on this because it's my absolute privilege to do this with you. I hope that the rest of your day is going to be amazing. I hope that you have learned everything that you need to learn here. And I hope that you will take me up on this offer. You have no idea how good this can actually get. And I know this because I'm living it. It was a privilege to work with you today, and I hope to hear from you soon. And lots of love to you. There's so much more to look forward to, I promise. Enjoy.